low, and it's been another boring one, actually. You pull out the chart, man, it's kind of crazy because I was expecting a lot more Monday, Tuesday, if you guys remember on Friday. But yeah, these last 2 days, we haven't done much. We still got like one of those end of the day moves in store. You got Caroline Levitt about to go live. There's even the Apple new iPhone launch that's happening now, just as I started this. And then you get Donald Trump towards the bell. We had a big jobs revision. I don't think the price action showed you that much of it, and we're still kind of in the range on the market. This is when the data came out. The annual revision was 900,000 jobs lower, 911 to be exact, and it confirmed that the jobs market is still weakening, and that's kind of what made these cuts credible. So I'll remind you at the start of this video, a lot of people today had some good questions, and I'm telling you, watch yesterday's watch list. If you do not, it's going to cost you money. I really think so. It's important. We talked even about the long term, but if you watch the first 20 minutes, understand credible cuts, understand boom and bust. We were just talking about it too. Wall Street is flip-flopping. They're about to pivot. So I want you all ready for it. I want you to understand, and it is time to move on. I would not be thinking about, oh, are we going to get a rate cut? You are going to get one. And you should now be asking yourself what happens after the rate cut. And now, what is it credible or not? And that's going to be what we're going to get with the data. You're going to get this nice little dynamic. But all in all, man, we're going to wrap up this week. Even today, it's only Tuesday. Tomorrow morning, you'll get PPI. We'll see if we get a pop or a drop to close today, and then that's it, CPI. But then Powell, that's where next week, what I'm telling you, that's where we're kind of front running getting into. So I hope you're ready for it all, but super chill day, man. We're still right at open. It looks like it wants to make the move, and now I want to make some Philo. So go get your cloaks, get whatever you need, man. But just get real, though. Get real with yourself. Be here because you want to be here, you know, and make the most of it. And for real, that long-term, shop for some real estate or go have fun, you know, because if all of this is too overbearing, I mean, why would you be around it, man? Go for a walk. It's beautiful outside. See how nice it is? I just looked behind me, bro. I just said, wow, it's gorgeous. So God bless you, and God bless America. Give me a couple minutes, and we'll begin. Yeah, I got propaganda. Tell them, girl.
Hyperboles. They deal with
scenarios.
Just be straight and be honest with the American.
Be honest? What the fuck does that mean?
Saying, and what I am saying
Transitory.
is, thank God that we have a president who believes in transparency, that actually cares about getting the facts. Because I think once we have the facts, I don't think the American people expect us to be perfect, but they do expect progress, and it all starts with factual data.
Congresswoman, the White House has been long pointing to the weakness that we're seeing.
Hey, yo, it's Apple. Hold up. No. I don't see what they launched, but it says AirPod 3 will have heart rate sensing.
Economy, which we've known
but
for
then
quite
something
some
happened
time.
with Apple, and that's why SPY's lifted. Remember, Apple's one of the biggest.
Muddying the waters. What do you
post
say
the headlines
to
from
that
the thing. I need to go pee, though,
when it comes to addressing the weakness that we're seeing in the labor
market? Just so you don't miss it.
Well, I think we're actually trying to address the weaknesses in the labor markets that, the Democrats have left us with in the past 4 years with the Biden administration. That's why President Trump has already brought manufacturing and investments back here to the United States. That's why President Trump has already renegotiated over 80 trade deals with different countries to make a level playing field for the American people and the American worker, because for so long we've been taken advantage of. He is trying and doing, I might add, leveling that playing field.
But at what cost, Congresswoman? What are you hearing from families and constituents in your home state of Michigan that are talking about the toll, whether it's temporary or not, that some of these policies are taking, especially when it comes to manufacturing?
Yes, well, different. I sit in Macomb County, which is heavily auto manufacturing, and I can share with you the people from my district, and I've been on the road with the tour, talking to people around the country, not just in my district, but they see this through the lens of job creation, American job creation. And they understand that we need to reset and level the playing field. And what I'm seeing is they're applauding that because they would rather have American jobs, like I said, and they see it through the lens of job creation long term. And they understand that there may be a little bit of short-term discomfort for massive long-term gains and less layoffs. That's what the people in my district are excited about.
Congresswoman, you mentioned the president's big, beautiful bill and a bit of a rebranding. We're calling it now the Working Class Families Tax Cut Bill. The president had touched on this during the cabinet meeting. Why the rebranding? Are we having trouble selling it? What's the point of changing the name of the bill that every American seems to have on the tip of their tongues?
Well, I think we could call it anything. We could call it the border security bill, the energy independence bill, the tax cut bill. One of the things that I love about the tax cut bill is it is for working families. Remember, every single Democrat voted to raise the American person's taxes, every single. So if you want to say that this bill helps the rich, it doesn't. It helps the working families. And if you poll, and you've seen the data, all of the individual pieces of this bill, if you take them out, would people rather have more money in their pocket or the government's pocket? Overwhelmingly, that sells, right? But when you bundle it all together, sometimes because of the fear mongering, it gets lost. So we're trying to take the message to the street that Republicans care about keeping more money in your pocket. We don't want to raise your taxes. In fact, we voted not to raise your taxes. The Democrats voted to raise your taxes.
Congresswoman, let's talk about the government shutdown that's right on our doorstep just at the end of this month. The government's running out of time to find some sort of solution. When do we see a CR hit the floor?
Well, I'm hoping that we see a very short-term CR, but at the end of the day, we are committed to keeping the government open, Republicans. And whether it is we're already talking about doing a conference, which I think is great. We've already passed, I think by the end of this week, we'll have passed everything out of committee, which is great. We are doing our work. Again, we've seen this movie before, but we are committed to keeping the government open, and all options right now are on the table. And we invite all the Democrats to stop their blocking and their defensive strategies and come and work with us to help the American people. But at the end of the day, we got to tighten our belt. We got to make sure that we're giving the American people value for their dollar. So stay tuned.
No.
We're in process of working on that right now as we speak.
Well, a lot of Democrats have told us on this program, Madam Chair, that they did try to work with you. They thought they had a deal, a budget bill passed, funds were allocated, and then Republicans rescinded them. There was the first rescissions package and then the pocket rescissions, and that's why they're throwing their hands up in the air. Is there something you can offer Democrats?
Yeah, Apple. Dude, I like it, honestly. The AirPod live translation, that's pretty dope. So now you could it'll just talk to you and translate from your phone. Pretty cool. I like the AirPod. I think that's probably going to be cooler than the iPhone. But that being said, Chadadonia. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and gals, it's time for Philo. So city CFO's making comments now. And yeah, what we're going to do in Philo, I'm going to talk to you about life, Jesus, God, just motivation, everything, man. It's I hope it's practical, but it's something I want to share with you. So I'm asking that you listen, and if asking nicely doesn't work, I'll charge you for it. But if you do listen, I think you'll get something out of it. But we're not here to debate. We're not here to go back and forth with the topics. I just want to give you something, and I hope it gives you something back. or you could return it to somebody else down the line after it produces fruit in your life. So if you want to be a part of it, I would be a part of it. And if not, we are going to still be doing stocks. I put up a news wire so you could help me. You're allowed to talk about stocks, but I'm not going to unless it's breaking news, unless it's something really important. As you see, I'm already like reading other headlines. We got a couple of movements. See, like CEP just knifed as I'm explaining this to you. I could bring up certain things. So depending on what's going on, if it's not important, we're going to focus on what we're doing, and you're free to focus on whatever you want. If we miss anything, you could help out, and that way we could all work together, get good workflow, and we should usually be on top of it. Now it's Schwab and T. Rowe Price. So remember all these, Schwab, big one. Woo! Schwab down 1.3. They should have made the deal with us, bro. Come on, Schwab. Come on. But that being said, that's it. That's your little intro. Make the most of your time. New Apple Watch Series 11. But are you ready for this? Because today, I don't know. I like it a lot. I don't know. I feel like I stopped giving you this warning. I think they just all started knocking you out. But I stopped warning you about getting punched in the face. So, but yeah, I like this Philo. I do think it is... I think it's a reality check, because I don't think today's Philo is anything new. I don't think it's anything we haven't talked about, but I think it revealed and gave me some revelation to something we deal with a lot, and I see it a lot, and I'm sure you see it a lot too, but I think it's also very important for success. So I do have an intro that I could give you about it, or not related to it. So yeah, let me give you that one, and then we'll get into it. Oh, I actually got a couple though. Actually, oh, you have no idea. So yeah, let me give you a Bible one to start. I'll give you a Bible one, then I'll give you a non-Bible one, and then we'll get to it. But as far as the Bible one, this is just another topic. I heard somebody talking about it. It was actually a criticism of. It was a criticism towards the Bible. This guy actually hated the Bible. He wasn't a fan, but he was explaining this story of the devil taking Jesus to the top of the mountain. And then it was funny because he was just like, why in the Bible does Jesus always go to the mountain? Like, there's a couple of times where like Jesus he goes to the top of the mountain. Why is he going to the top of the mountain? Why did they have to go on a hike for him to tempt him? SoFi, MP, and then Iren. Oh yeah, SoFi is running. Iren is related to Nibis, by the way. But yeah, MP is going vertical, and then so is SoFi. SoFi a little bit more. CFO, higher revenue on Citi. That one hasn't moved yet. But yeah, why do you have to take him to the top of the mountain? And again, this was a criticism of it. And I don't know if I agree with this, but it did get me to think about it differently. Because I was just telling you, bro. Even yesterday's Philo, like, you hear people talk about tithing a lot. That's awesome. I like tithing. But a lot of people say, tithe, give me your money. We've seen a lot of weird stuff. But I like tithing. You think about your mind. And this was another topic just talking about, Jesus going to the mountain. But the mountain it's a high point. So think about it. It's at the highest point. But what was the devil doing in that scenario? So he takes Jesus to the top of the mountain, gets him up there, and is like, yo, look at the whole world. I'll give you it all. Takes him to a high point. But then what does he want Jesus to do? He ultimately wants to test his faith, but how? What is he? He takes Jesus up to the highest point of the mountain. Shows him all of this stuff from the top, right? But what is he trying? How is he going to get tempted by that? How does he want Jesus to respond? Oh, there's so many ways to look at it. Again, why does Jesus got to go to the top of the mountain? He takes him to the top of the mountain. And he wants him physically to look, but he wants Jesus to look at his life as if he was standing on the mountain. So if you don't get that, he was trying to get Jesus to use his ego. Think about your ego, think about the mountain. He wanted, not only did he want him physically on top, but he wanted Jesus to be like, yo, look at your life top down. Look at yourself at the mountain, at the top of the mountain. Every time we do that, my brother, that's our ego. Let me put it this way. The last time you probably got like gassed up on yourself and really egotistical, you were on top of the mountain. You were looking at your life through the top, no? That's why, you ever been in a scenario where the same thing happened, and at one point in your life you look at it and you're like, damn, oh yeah, I'm the man, that's amazing. And then you look at it at another point and you're like, that's the dumbest thing ever. How did I do that? So yeah, I don't know if I agree if that's what the story was saying, but it had me thinking about the ego and this whole concept of internally being at the mountain and looking down at life through the mountain. My brother, that's when you look at life through your ego versus being grounded, looking up. So nice little reminder to always look up, my brother. But that's the first part. And now, oh, this one, I love it. I got another little quick intro for you, chat. Very simple. I love it. Oh, you know why I love it? I think this one's very motivating. And it's a response. I've had a lot of people lately, man, y'all been getting on board. I love to see it. I'm glad. It's funny because as many people have like complained about my behavior recently, I think we all can agree it got people moving. Because, and amen. Because that's, like I'm saying, I've noticed the difference in conversation. And I'm very proud of those of you who have actually, took steps, and I don't think you meandered too long. You didn't need to let it simmer, and God bless those who actually are definite in their battle against drifting. So yeah, that's why I'm like, dude, it's amazing, and I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see the movement. I know it may come at the risk of other things, but this is a response, because I've had people move, and I had people wake up and see a lot and move in such a beautiful fashion. But then also some who are still hesitant. And we just talked about a mountain, right? Your ego. That's a metaphorical mountain. There's an internal mountain. But like, dude, you don't like drift to the top of any mountain, right? Oh, Lord. God bless God. You don't get it? My brother, any mountain in life, metaphorically or physical, like, you don't just get there. You don't just drift to it. You get what I'm saying, bro? Your ego, you didn't drift into being egotistical. That was a collection of some really good plays, probably. That was a collection of different things leading you there. Think about it. You don't just drift to the top of the mountain, bro. Anywhere, whether it's a good or bad mountain, you didn't just drift there. You actually used the philosophy of small good decisions. It just probably wasn't a good decision, depending on where you end up. If it is the mountain you wanted, it was a small good decision. But this is where I need you guys to realize. If you don't just end up at the top of a mountain, right? If that just doesn't, you don't just end up there. You don't just drift into the top. Sorry. You're not even going to drift into confidence, brother. You can't even drift the ego. Again, you may think that's your nature, my brother. I guarantee you something has built up your ego. Even that's why you've never seen people who don't have a reason to be egotistical, but they are. Come on, you don't feel me. There's something. It doesn't just happen, dude. You don't drift to a mountain. Again, whether it's your ego mountain, whether it's the mountain of accomplishment. You don't drift. That's an effort. That's a climb. So this is what I've been trying to tell everybody. And this is the answer to somebody's question. All you have to do is pick a direction and go. This is what I've been trying to get everybody to do. I don't care if you like me or not. My brother, fear hates momentum. You know why? Because when you keep telling me there's a big, invisible, scary monster, if I take 5 more steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, motherfucker, it's gone. What's it gonna do? Nothing. Because I kept moving. You don't see it? Boom, it's gone. You can't keep me afraid if I keep moving. You know why? Because I will disprove the fear every single time. Because I just kept moving. That's the same thing for your life everywhere. Fear hates momentum. So like I'm saying, all you have to do is pick a direction and go. And this was the question. I think all of you have this question. What if I'm wrong? What if I'm wrong and I go in the wrong direction? Oh my goodness. We'll never recover, huh? Do you have that question? Is that what you're worried about? That you want to pick a direction, go climb the mountain, use all the Philo. You want to do it, right? But let me guess, you're worried about picking the wrong direction. What if I go in the wrong direction? Well, my brother, at least you'll find out quicker. Ta-da! That's your answer. No, surprisingly, I didn't even go to God. It's very practical. You don't see? At least you will find out quicker. Do you realize how valuable that is? If you don't, you better today. I'd rather you run up any mountain and find out that's the wrong mountain than spending 5 years planning around the bottom, wasting all of your time, never moving, and then finding out it's the wrong mountain 5 years from now, and then changing all of your opportunities that exist today. And there you have it. Do you understand my attitude a little bit more? I don't even care. That's why. What are you scared of? What are you waiting for, brother? I've been asking everybody. That's why I keep saying, let's speed run it. I'd rather you just hate me now. Let's go. Let's get through this. Again, I just explained to you. People just keep doing the same cycle. They encounter me. They'll act a certain way. I'm like, dude, you've done this already. Let's speed this up. You don't have 5 years to plan around the wrong mountain or not know, because we'll never know the mountain, right? Until you know. Don't be worried about the wrong direction, especially if you're going to actually be working and applying and moving, because if you do go on the wrong path, if you do go to the wrong direction, you will find out quicker. The sooner you start, the sooner you find out if it's correct or wrong. And then the sooner you're going to be able to correct that again and go from there. And then that's it. That's what we need to focus on. I wouldn't be worried about the fear of being wrong. I wouldn't be worried about, what if this isn't my purpose? Good, we'll find out. But again, don't you dare, again, the drifting. And don't ever think that, like, the danger, bro. You think this is a game? I think all of you know somebody who found a mountain but didn't make a definite decision and climb it and just run up the damn mountain, bro. Instead, they planned around the wrong mountain for a long amount of their time. You all know somebody. This just happens. That's what I'm saying. This is life. Out of the fear of not knowing the correct direction. What if I'm wrong? People will not only will they not make a move, but they won't find out that the move that they made was the wrong one till it's much too late. We need to avoid that. You avoid that by picking, by choosing, by moving, by going. Go, even the long term, even the saving. You telling me you can't do the temper, just do it. Go! Because my brother, if you spend another 5 years around, we need to find out if it's going to work or not as soon as possible. I would rather you start the wrong direction and fail it quicker than wasting time. That is what we're not here to do. We can't waste time. You could be wrong. That's fine. You can't waste your time if I'm giving you the answer. This is what always separates a lot of people in every generation. All right, you got the idiots is running up and down these mountains. They're figuring it out faster. That's what the whole plot of Idiocracy is. People stop having kids. Think about it. They just sit there. They're like, well, what? I'd rather you go up the mountain quickly, any mountain, and figure out it's not the right mountain, than sitting around the bottom for years, never picking a mountain, still not knowing which mountain's the correct one. Am I on the right path? Is this my purpose? You'll still ask it. If you don't pick one and say, you know what, this is what my life is called, and let me try it. Go, do it, pursue it every day. You've been sent here. Wake up in it. My brother, we're going to find out really quickly what it is or not. And again, I'd rather fail in that quickly to know what the truth is than to waste the time in the lie. And I've told you this in many ways. So let's go. And I'll tell you, man, I've been reminding, everything is going to change. So all you guys doing good, man, I hope you're ready for bad. All y'all doing bad, y'all need to, for real, God, I hope you don't get blinded by the propaganda. And my brother, rejoice. You really should. Because good things are about to happen. But if you're drifting and not picking a mountain and running up it, that's why you can't be afraid. Am I going on the wrong path? The right path, it doesn't matter. Isn't that crazy? It doesn't fucking matter. What matters is the confirmation. Not what you say, but what everything says. That was the right one. That was the wrong one. Then we know. But why aren't you moving? That's the question. I don't think you want it, man. I haven't even got to the part of punching you in the face yet. This wasn't even the part that I thought was going to punch you. But you don't get it. What's causing that movement, brother? I'll tell you. There's only two things. Let's be real, man. There's only two things that's going to get you picking and moving up mountains. It's either inspiration or desperation. So hear me right now. Chad, I don't want anything bad to happen to any of you. Okay? But my brother, if you're not inspired right now, and nothing is inspiring you to make a choice, a decision, to save, to get on the right path, my brother, nothing is inspiring that. I know what's going to happen next. Do you understand me? This ain't me being mean. This is not me being nice even. You're going to find out. This is just respect of the law, brother. I'm telling you how it works. Put the seed in the ground, plant, put water on it, put a sun there. You're going to get a plant. My brother, making choices, decisions, movement, these mountains. The thing that's going to fuel it is either inspiration or desperation. You're choosing one even if you don't choose one, my brother. So if you're not inspired now, my friend, and you're not going to go and pick a mountain now out of your own inspiration, unfortunately, you will only move when you are pushed into desperation. Tell me, the last time you wanted to climb a mountain, did you do it out of inspiration or desperation? Again, we all find out we can climb mountains in desperation, or it's just usually not the mountain we wanted to climb. Inspiration, you could say you're choosing the mountain. But do you get it? You need to go and pick a direction. You need to move. Don't drift. Don't worry about the wrong direction. Be worried about not moving. Because if you're not moving off of your own inspiration, my brother, this is what I'm saying. The next thing, that means desperation is coming. I know how life works. And guess what? If you're at the point now where you don't respond, where desperation isn't there, get inspired, bro. So the new president, the old president, the realist, whatever, it better inspire you. Because if it's not inspiration, it's going to be desperation. That's why. Think about it. And the next time you feel like you're making a move out of desperation, ask yourself what would you do if you were making that move out of inspiration? If you would make the same move, you're fine. If not, you should think about it differently. So that is just the intro, my friends. Make some moves. God bless. Make some mountains. That was an intro of mountains. I like it. But now, this one, I want. It's a Bible story. I got a Bible story for you that you probably have heard about. But it's also a concept. Like I said, this is the one I've shared with you before. And I think you know it. But I think we need a reminder. A big one. I think this explains behavior that I see a lot. The law doesn't respect people. Do you understand? The law does not care who you are. Do you know that? This is why it's sad that so many people have made a mockery of justice in various areas, because I think it led to people forgetting this. Bro, God is a respecter of principles. Law, he loves law. He made the law. The laws of God. The laws of this earth, the universe. Law. My brother, gravity don't care who you are. The principle will remain. That's why the Bible, you guys don't realize it, take the best or the worst teaching of the Bible. It doesn't matter. The Bible says anybody can go to hell. Anybody could go to heaven. Think about that. You know why? Because it doesn't respect people. It's all principle. You follow the principle, you get it. You don't, you won't. The Bible, God, they respect principle, not people. You follow the principle, it will produce a result. That's it. Again, gravity, you name it. Water under certain degrees. Again, these are nature. But even in elsewhere, socially, there's laws. You've heard this. Yeah, but I don't think you guys are really feeling it, though. This is so big. And this is where I realized it in another sense. It was another Bible story. Again, attracting good things too. But oh man, the law doesn't respect people. Let me put it this way. Have you guys ever seen a statue or a figure of somebody called Lady Justice? Do you guys know what that is? Have you ever heard of Lady Justice? UNH, bro. Yeah. Right here. Have you ever seen this? Lady Justice. With the triple beam. What do you notice? Yeah, what do you notice? Lady Justice. This is the symbol of justice. What do you notice? got your triple beam scale. What else? She's blindfolded. Isn't that dope? You're going to understand the world a little better. Look. Lady Justice, the figure for all of time, wearing a blindfold, my friend. You know why she's wearing a blindfold? She can't see you. She doesn't care who you are. She cares if the scales are balanced. That's the principle. Principle says it'll balance. It doesn't matter who puts it on the scale. It doesn't matter whose scale it is. If it's a real scale and there's equal weight, it will balance. I don't need to look. Have you not realized this? So I told you, I said, a shame on anybody who is ever, all the people in society who have taken us further from the truth and justice and all of this stuff, because this is very critical. That's why the Bible, God, that doesn't respect people. Like, you don't get it? You think God cares about me in the way that some of you care? I don't think he does. That's why I don't think God is as concerned about certain things in my life as he is me following his precepts and his law. Because his law would tell you that. His law wouldn't tell you, worry about what this guy says. Don't worry about your brother in that sense. Unless you're trying to help him, what are you doing? I think God is more caring about principle, not people. Now, he does want a relationship with you, but that's where it's funny. Because why would you want a relationship with somebody if you don't if you don't like their principles? They tell you every time you do this, this is gonna happen. Why would you see it? Do you see it? It is free will. It's again, I'll leave that to you. That's not the main point. What I need you all is to not forget this law. Don't forget that the law does not care about people. Doesn't matter who you are. If you follow the law, you get something. If you break the law, you don't get something. You get punished. That's how it works. Do not fight this ever. And now, this might punch you in the face a little bit, but you're going to see. This is exactly why. And this is my evidence to where I think some of you don't understand this. So I love you all. Don't take it personally. I say this so we could grow. But if you have to tell me how many years you have been watching, I don't think you understand this concept. Actually, if you think almost anything about your personal relationship with me changes whether or not you have a long term and followed the rules or not, you don't understand this. Do you understand what I'm telling you? I think we have made this mistake. Every single day, you've seen it. And this is what I've been trying to explain to some of you. Qualcomm and Skyworks, it's Skyworks, they're at the conference now, and Qualcomm's going down in conjunction. But think about it, my brother. I don't care how long you've been watching. I care how long you've been following the law. My brother, I will have more respect for the man who has followed the law for a year than the man who has known the law for 5 and only followed it for 5 minutes. I want all of you to learn to respect principle more so than people. So I'm saying it doesn't matter if there's this relationship, that what matters is, did you follow the principle? Did you, again, saving 10% that's a principle. It really is. How to grow, these are all principles. Make thy dwelling a profitable investment. That's a principle. How you represent yourself. You're gambling. Do you see what I'm saying? You could tell me you followed the law for 3 months, my brother. That you get something, it doesn't matter if the guy knew the law for 10 years and broke it. Do you get it? This is why I'm saying there's no shade. But if you don't if you think that any other relationship or that, oh, I've done this for this many years is more important than following the law, I don't think you get this. And I don't want you guys to misunderstand this. Too many things in life teach us what? Oh yeah, you could get stuff. Too many things teach us to acquire without following principle. Again, it's very easy to get involved in things and think, oh, well, yeah, if I've done it for this many years, there's some priority. But my brother, if the principle never gets followed, it's just dormant. There's a real change and difference between the two. Let me put it this way. I think some of you are entitled to the blessing. And it has nothing to do with how long you have watched. It has nothing to do with how long you've been doing it for. You know why? Because the law is a respecter of principle and not people. You don't get it? You think the world cares how much time you put in? If that was the case, the people who work the most hours would be the richest. So how much time you put in doesn't matter. What? Do you get that? My brother, you could do the long term for 10 years, but if you don't follow the right principles, it doesn't matter. What matters is the law and the law being followed. True and trusted. Because once you know it's a confirmed law and you know it could be trusted, you know if I follow it, I get this. If I don't, I get that. Very simple. You need to be focusing on following the law. Because guess what? Those of you that follow the law, you are entitled to the blessing. This is where it gets crazy. I believe it's your right. You know that? I think some of you who follow the precepts of both God and money, you are entitled. This ain't no prosperity shit, but you're entitled to it. I don't like being entitled to anything. I think you're entitled to it. I'll give you the example. Jacob and Esau. Have you ever heard this Bible story? There's Jacob and Esau. One of them's like a little soft boy. And then one of them's like a hunter guy. And then one's the older brother, and he's about to get the blessing. And his dad is about to pass, and he's about to bless the son and give him the blessing. Right? And then pretty much Jacob tricks his brother or gets him to, swap out the blessing for a bowl of porridge. And his mom, Jacob's mom at the time, right before, she's the one with the plan. His mom, believe it or not. And his mom is like, yo, wear his clothes so you smell like him. She says, put hair on you so you feel like him. And then go to your dad and then say that you're your brother and steal the blessing. That's the story. That's the story in the Bible. You all heard this? Are you with me? Are you following? Just think about everything I just told you. The law only respects people. Or only respects principle, not people. Excuse me. Okay, I want you to think Jacob and Esau in this whole story. Jacob pretended to be his brother. And then guess what? Once again, you don't think this is interesting? Why did he wore clothes and he had to do these things there's a key feature about the father in the story. What was it? Something about the father. I love the father, amen. But what about the father in this story? Why did he have to wear the stuff? It's because guess what? The father was blind as well. Does that sound familiar? So ironically, Justice is blind, as Lady Justice would tell you. But also in this story, the father was blind. And then the allegory of the father to the father, that's amazing. I don't want to blasphemy. But the father was blind. Are you following? The father was blind, the law is blind. That means it only respects the principle, not the person. So my brother, let me ask you this. In the story of Jacob and Esau, if the dad couldn't see, if the father was blind, what do you think the dad had to do? How did he know it was his son? How did he know it was the son that was getting the blessing? He had to feel him. That's why he put on the clothes and the hair. Because my brother, if you can't see, you must feel or use your other senses. Are you with me? So, the point is, the blessing. You only get the blessing if you felt right to the Father. Oh, I don't think y'all feel me. That means the source of the blessing, if it can't see you and is blind to you as a person, it must feel your approach and presence, smell, feeling, everything. And guess what? Based on all the other senses except sight, the Father will know what you're entitled to. Oh, y'all don't feel me. This is insane. This is why that whole, this is why I don't want to hear any of you with that little sad shit. You know that? Any of you walking around, repeating all of this stuff, because guess what? The Father can't see you. You know that, right? He can hear you, can't see you. And every time, some of you know what you're doing? Some of you, I think you're covered in the blessing. You already have the smell. You have the hair. You got the clothes. Every time you repeat the lies of the devil, every time you're not living in every other sense of what you're entitled to, you're taking it off. Little by little. And look at even the story, the mom in the story. You know, she represents the subjective nature of what you want. And think about it. That's what the mom in the story and what Jacob did. She said, here, put on the clothes. She said, here, put this on. The mother in the story said, put this on, wear this. You don't get it? That intuition. The mom knew the blessing had to be felt and sensed, not just seen. It can't be seen, actually, believe it or not. The father's blind. So the mom knew, Mother Earth, knew how to align with the feeling to get what you want. But again, it just wasn't correct. It was fraud. Do you see it? You don't realize you know how to do this. You do it all the time. You want something, you align with it. Have you not realized? You start feeling it. My brother, some of you, if I never saw you, I could tell what you're entitled to and what you're involved in. My brother, we should do that. When I meet some of you, you guys will come in and meet me, I'll put a blindfold on. I'll be like, oh, I smell like a grape backwood. Oh, wow. oh, great backwood and fucking gasoline. I'll be like, you're a drug addict. So what? Yeah, ain't that crazy? You don't get it? Oh, FIS, Fidelity. They're at a it's like less than 1%. Literally. If I never saw you, I said, give me your hand. And I felt your hand, motherfucker. I could tell if you did a push-up. Oh, y'all don't feel me. I'll be like, oh, you voted for Kamala. You did not do any push-ups in the last 5 years. I didn't even have to look. I could feel it on you. I could smell you. Even if I was blindfolded, I could feel the energy. You don't get it? My brother, your whole life you've been doing this. You get whatever you genuinely feel. And I'm not talking emotions. You only get the blessing if you feel right to the source of the blessing. Do you understand? You could get anything in this world. I've already done it. We usually just choose poor things. Right? But then what you do, you align with the source of what you think it's going to get you and what you want. And that's what happens. That's what I'm saying. Actual intelligence, the Father, all of it. You'll get the blessing. But you must feel right to the Father. That's the goal of sin. You got to realize it. You don't realize every time you've sinned what happens? You just feel bad. Whether you sinned against God or you sin against yourself, it's hard 5 minutes later to get on your knees and be like, praise God. Woo, I love you, Jesus. That's hard because you just sinned. Think about in your soul, your mind. But so now do you see how the feeling is off? Oh, y'all don't feel me. Do you get it? But that's why, bro, you live right. You do what you need to. You praise God. You're doing it like, do you see what I'm saying? You're following principles. You respect the principles, bro. Whether someone's looking or not, that is the principle. You just followed it. The Father, you go and praise God. You go to the Father, He senses you differently. Do you understand? That's what I'm saying. It's not about these things. You're going to feel entitled to the blessing if you didn't sin than if you did. You don't get it? Your feeling is off right after you fuck up. But if your feeling is aligned and you know it, you're going to walk up and say, give me my blessing. I'm entitled to it. And He'll give it to you. You know why? Because you're entitled to it. And you felt that way too. Do you see why your confidence in the Lord is so key? In your authority, but staying on the right path? Do you understand? That's why I told some of you, I said, some of you need to say you are favored and get used to it. Some of you can't even handle that. You better. My brother, you must give off the feeling of that you're entitled to the blessing. Not to people, not to humans, but to God, the source. You see, that's the error people make. I didn't say make everybody feel you're entitled. No, it matters with the source, God. Doesn't matter if I believe you have the blessing or not. What matters is if God does. That's how the right in entitlement works. So, every day, and tonight when you pray, you're going to approach. The Lord feels you as you approach, my friend. Are you entitled to what you're saying? Amen. That's not a bad thing. Like I'm telling some of y'all, I don't think you got this concept. You got to tell me how long you've been watching. I don't think you understand. The law doesn't respect people. And I know that may sound harsh, but think about how beautiful that is. That means everybody in here, bro. It don't matter if you've listened for a day, a month, a minute, 10 years, bro. Like I said the other day, what unites us, what makes us like-minded, is that we love the law and that we follow it. Do you understand? Gee, there's no nepotism. There's no nothing. That's why I love it. Even the worst versions of Christianity still say the king can be condemned and go to hell. It doesn't matter. It's not about, I'm who I am, what I did. What matters is the law and if it's followed. So like I said, I know it sounds harsh to be like, damn, you followed me for 5 years, but you didn't follow the law. Oh, you don't get anything. I know it sounds, but think about it. That means you watch for 10 minutes. You follow the law from here on out, my brother. You'll get just as much entitlement and blessing as the guy who watched for a decade but didn't follow the law. That's so amazing. Are you kidding me? That's inspiring. That gets me inspired. Because I would know that means anybody got a shot. That means we can move forward. That we can do stuff. So pick your mountain, bro. And run up it. Find out if it's right or wrong real quick. But don't forget the law. Love the law. Love the precepts. But it doesn't respect people. Only principle. That's it. Justice is blind, my brother. The Father is blind. That means you must be going to the Father with the full feeling of what you're entitled to. That's why your life has to align with it. That's why you respect the law. If you know that, then oh man, go with it. Because that's how it works. If you're the firstborn, you have this, and the Father thinks you're that or knows you're that, you get it. That's how it works. My brother, you could have whatever you want, but you must align with it. So, go, dude. Pick a direction and go. Pick the mountain and run up it. If you're wrong, at least we find out sooner. But you all have an opportunity. You know why? Do you not see the opportunity? I'll tell you the opportunity. I'll make it very blunt. There's an opportunity to follow the law and get heavily rewarded. That's it. That's what it is. Anybody right now, you follow the law, your mind will be blessed. Everything will be blessed. You know why? Because you followed the law. That's how it works. You see, but again, following the law doesn't mean, okay, I follow it. Actually follow it. It says, don't do this, don't do it. See what happens. Keep doing it. Then you will fully bring the feeling of what you're entitled to. Then you go to the Father. That's why I say, man, I don't think you realize. I don't hear voices in my head, but God, bro. That's why I've heard so many people tell me about my God. I'm like, I know my God. Do you understand? I know what I look like. I know what I smell like. All of it. My brother, I know every moment I've read, and when I bow down, he is on my heart, my mind, my tongue, and I want that for all of you. I hope you know that. Ask any of the guys who saw me in person, and y'all saw the video, bro. I'm talking to you. How I would talk to any, because I'm like, bro, you think I'm just saying this shit for the internet? You better, and I hope you all do it, bro. That's why I'm like, this ain't just to talk. I love it. And if I have anything coming out of my mouth, God is good. You better put this on your mind, bro. That's what it means to be entitled to the blessing. Do you understand? It's all over me. It's my clothes. Of course it's all over me. You know why? When I go to the Father, I know he hears me. I'm entitled to it. My brother, even in the failures and the sin, we're still entitled to it. Do you understand? At those times in my life, I didn't understand. Those times in the life where I was falling, it made me not feel what I was entitled to. Again, the times in my life where I tried to approach God on some, yo, God, I've been watching you for 24 years. God, can you save me? You don't realize that? You act like, I've done the same thing to God, bro. You know how much I used to do that to God? I'd be like, yo, God, what's up, man? I've been watching for the last 10, 15 years, bro. Love everything you do. Adam and Eve, that shit was dope, bro. I saw what you did for the people. Yo, can you help me with the bills? Yeah. Come on. I've done that. We've all done it. See what I'm saying? I know I'm sure he had way more for me. I think he did. Probably could have had it sooner. I just didn't align with it. Do you see it? My brother, you feel it. You must all around feel blessed. And again, not in desperation, inspired in the Lord. So, Chad, people don't matter. And what I mean by that is the respect of it. Who you are, what you know. It works with humans, but it doesn't work with God. Do you understand? I'm sure people care about who you know. They really do. And maybe the world will care, but God, that's not how he operates. Oh, Apple dying. Oh, man. Apple. I don't know what's going on there. It's definitely the fucking meeting, but yeah, they just died. Interesting. Yeah, I don't see anything yet. But $9.99 is the starting price. But yeah. Well, that's the thing. I agree. The story, you should read the full story, because he faked it for a little bit and it leads into everything else. But I'm talking about the big blessing. And I'm talking about God and the Father. And I've been saying it, if you've been listening, I think we have a lot of big things in store. I think the Lord has revealed a lot to me. I believe in actual intelligence, and I think it's real. But I also believe there's a lot of people in here listening that have very big callings on their life. I really believe that with every bone in my body. I believe there's Chads that are entitled to some of the bigger blessings than even I could even imagine. So, like I'm saying, you have to align with that and live up to it. And I'd rather you figure out your calling now, even if you make an error today, so you could fully be there. And just remember, with what God has for you, you must freely be entitled to your blessing, and hopefully not just going through the motions, and actually, like I'm saying, feel it. Smell the part, look the part, everything. But yeah, it's not for a short time, because this is your destiny. This is the Father. This is for something big. Is it still going? Yeah, 6%. Abby Vibe might be next. There's another one too. But yeah, like, part of this, man, it will feel right to the source. And that's why I think you need to align the source, your creator, and what you were created to do on this time here. So, take that to the bank. That is your philosophy, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure guys are subscribed. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. You're on mobile, press hot chat, X out the chat, hit the thumbs up button. Second link, nightly watchlist and mine. Amen, bro. And yeah. So remember, follow the law. And all of you, your role in the Chatadonia, your role in the community, it's tantamount to you following the laws. Not just the rules in writing, but 10%. The long term. The everything in richest man in Babylon. You know it. That's why. That's what it is. That should be inspiring. That should motivate y'all. So yalla! Oh, the Apple event's over. Yeah. Jesus. Praise God. Amen, amen. It's a cult, baby. Hey. Yeah. If we talking plays, yeah, I'm in there like swimwear. I've been there. I've done this shit for 10 years. You could have it all, but you been scared. Big scare. Funny part, there wasn't even risk there. My thoughts been my own, yeah, I've been clear. No fear. Oh dear, who you try to control here? My God is the weapon, I ain't boasting. Nah, it's done. Daddy said it's finished. Made me in his image, but that always made me timid. Wonder why we different, don't you ever get it twisted. It's the only way we get it, set apart from the start. And the heart isn't ours. It's a hippie with the love, but it's David with the sword. I want peace, so that means you gon' kill me if it's war. Nietzsche, Trotsky, can't beach on the ark. Want it easy or hard, want a genie or a god. Then believe me, lil' bro, you a child, you a son of the highest in the bud. Don't deny it, we don't like it when they tell us who we are. I can tell you who I was, I can tell you who he is. I can make another song that's telling y'all about the crib. But for a second, keep it real, it's not the reason they will kill. It's the freedom in believing, they want that to bring the will. But I'd rather have it now, and I ain't never backing down. Lion gonna eat me or turn his ass around. Either way, I will remain up in his name and say a prayer. Here, let's say it now. Jesus. I put Jesus on the beat so I can listen to it. I got reason to believe that we living in it. You could say it's one hell of a decision in it. Ay, if we talking plays, yeah, I'm in there like swimwear. I've been there, I've done this shit for 10 years. You could have it all, but you been scared, big scare. Funny part, there wasn't even risk there. My thoughts been my own, yeah, I've been clear. No fear, oh dear, who you try to control here? My God is the weapon, I ain't boasting. Amen. I'm back, but I got the crunchy thing again, you know? I don't know if I have any more. I might give you one more. Let's go. It's a cold, baby.
Alright guys, listen to some blues riff and B. Watch me for the changes and try and keep up, okay?
Hello, how you doing? I'm that motherfucking guy. Had a call, I had a put. Now I'm Marty McFly. NQ/ES, get my pronouns right. If I'm throwing hands up and his finger to the sky, throw me in the fire, then I'm coming out alive. Boy, I've been here for a while. I don't need to tell you 5 years running. How the hell I hated, not inspired. Yeah, they headed for the Insta, but I do it for the life. Put it on my life. I don't think twice. Instinct on beast. Had to learn it to survive. If you think I'm cheap, you ain't give the right price. I would never love a lifestyle more than I love my life. Always been a boss, I don't never need a break. Always been on stars, you could put me with the grace. Big man, milk can, we could talk Amazon about the again. race. Zotan to my rag, got it all in one place. All in one take, I don't want the bait. Shout out to my nephew, man, he got my whole estate. Shout out to my mama, she know I'ma keep the faith. And don't forget about my girl, so pretty like her face. Why they mad at me, talking about they fallacies? My life is fantastic, yours is just a fantasy. Head trick with the assets, I ended up with equity. Ain't fucking with you fascists, the ownership is set me free. And God too, don't forget how God move. Only need a little bit, that's the way that God prove. Fuck you ain't feeling it. Shake the dust from my shoes, living in this silhouette. It's hard for me to act rude. I am that dude, put him in a bad mood. Only time you see me out is if I'm buying bedrooms. I don't really stress, dude. Tell me what they get you. Like I'm eating now, I'm just trying to get the chat fool.
Acting like you know me, homie, you ain't got the vibe. Capping for reactions, cause a demon need a rise. What's a lying to a sheep is how easy to find the pride. Be careful the things you thinking you speaking, what's inside.
Money, 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 I don't give a fuck about it. 20
2020, homie, already had the bag with that. Hate to love it, you ain't even know the half about me, but I take a half and double that. I keep it 100, homie. On a minor P, it sound like money make them all involved. Don't see it, but they feel it. That's what happened when the landed hard. Sleeping while we eating, I don't know who should be more apart. Money is a servant, more worth is when treated as a god. Cold.
Holla at me, baby. What up? Ernie. Good morning. And we're back. Oh, that's a good song. It's an old one. Hi, I'm the devil. It's nice to meet. Yeah. Still I exist if you don't believe. But we are back. Humana's dying. Apple event ended. And Amazon just went crazy. A couple of other names, but other than that, dude, I really think tomorrow we might get a little bit in the morning, but like we talked about, there's a couple of things to look ahead for. But where is it? Oh, there's something else that just happened. Well, I thought there was. Let me pull up the 2-day though. Because yeah, like we're towards the top end. If we can get an end of the day move here and like get out of this range, then yeah, you might get a little bit more movement. Equal weight's actually up too, but other than that, I think you should have wrapped up your plays a while ago. And then really, there's just so many of these names at the conferences. So there was a couple all day. We hit a couple. I had one I didn't take profit on. And then the late stage bank ones didn't hit, but those weren't that bad. Yeah. Oh wait, I have a MS. Yeah, I thought one of them didn't hit, but oh, it hasn't filled. I can get my money on the bid, but I want more. So yeah, but if you have any off topics or anything else, now would be your moment, Chattadonia. Now would be your moment. Otherwise, I hope you had a good day, and I hope you've been building your long term in a wise manner, and I hope you've been shopping for a home. Just remember, and go get your pre-approval, get everything ready. And I don't know if you saw the email, Uri. But that house looks really good. The one you sent this morning or last night, it looked really, really good. So that's why I just get the pre-approval. I told you even to go about it because we don't have any agents in Chicago, believe it or not. Illinois has been a difficulty. But I told you how to get the property pretty easily. But I don't know if he's even here right now. But it was a good reminder. Get pre-approved and just make sure you're also looking. A lot of people are just not looking every day. I think buying land to hold is a bad idea. You should just, I've seen a lot of people do this, and I'm not doing real estate consultations anymore. So your best bet is listen to the rules and the laws that we give. But other than that, I'm not, I'm going to leave you guys to it. Because it's a lot. It's a lot of work, and some of this stuff we've gone over, but I say this because I see people remix it, and I just don't want to be a part of that, and it's really confusing because sometimes I'll try to help people out, and they'll take some of the rules, but then they'll use it halfway, and then they'll do something different. They'll use everything I said about the long term, they did this, and then they'll go buy land to hold. And I'm like, what? Or again, even pulling money out of one property to buy land and doing certain things or trailers. And there's stuff that we've talked about where just what I'm trying to get you guys, and we have a certain plan for wealth building, and it revolves, at minimum, a house for you to live in. I want you all to live in a house that you own and at least be able to utilize it. So it's not as greedy capitalist as you think. And I like, for a lot of people, I don't think you should be buying land. You're not here to buy land and that you can't live in and try to, make money and do things for money. It's like we want something valuable and utility, and that will set us up in our life to make more money and other things. And that's where that house, one or two of them, is going to come into play, depending on what it is. But I would follow the rules with it. So no land to hold. How do you know if it's worth more? No, not the appraisal. You need to look at the houses that sold in the last 3 to 6 months and see what, similar houses, square foot, bedrooms, bath, and what they were going for. I would just try to avoid buying the most expensive house in the last 3 to 6 months. But it also depends on your area, because if the area is slow, you better not be buying the most expensive house. If you're in New Jersey, depending on what you're moving for, the reason why and all that, I mean, you're probably not going to find a house that's 3 months at the 3-month low. Comp, son. Yeah, exactly. Land without a structure is definitely speculative. Very. It's just not the same plan that we do and what we believe in. And I don't want you guys to save, because dude, yesterday's dividend example is such a reality check. Because that account, dude, it's so crazy. This is exactly what I'm telling you, bro. This account is if you worked at McDonald's. Y'all are tripping. Because I'm telling you, I have this dividend goal, and I'm okay, I need $300 a year in dividends, right? That doesn't seem like a lot. You don't remember my last account? I fucking doubled the dividends on $100,000. So, in my mind, bro, I'm what do you mean? 300? We could easily get $300 extra a year in dividends. You know what I'm saying? That's easy, bro. That's easy. Waiting on LT. Good. Did you call the agent? Get a hold of the agent, unless LT gave you an agent out there, but I don't think we have one. So, and like I told you, if that house is such a good deal, I would use the agent as an advantage to you, and just contact the agent and let them know. Just say you're waiting on the lender right now, but you would like to write an offer, and tell her that she could represent you. But like I was saying, dude, I thought we would be able to go up $300 a year in dividends pretty easily. So the sad part, it's Illinois. I don't know if it's Chicago. Remember, I said one last time, though. We had issues with all of the Chicago referrals. Chicago and Atlanta, surprisingly. So, $32,000, bro. It's straight up, if you worked at McDonald's, if you were making minimum wage, you could have this account. It would have taken you 5 years, but that's awesome. This is a fuck ton of money, considering what we're working with. We're talking about half of the years was $200. Actually, 4 of the years you had a 2 handle on your deposit. So think about that. That's why I'm all right, we would need to spend $3,000 to $5,000 to get that extra $300 a year in dividends. But then when you look at it, bro, we have $350 in cash. That's 1%. So I would have to save 10 months in a row without spending it just to have enough money to get me close to my goal. But that's where I was dude, that's nuts. And that shows you the reality. Because this account still a small account. Because we would, just to get $3,000 in saved cash, just to get 10% cash, even on the small account, you would have to hold for a year. For 1 year, just to get $3,000. So yeah, that's why we were talking about margin. But it's crazy, but I think it's kind of cool, because that's what I'm saying. I'm yeah, that's it's a really good, this should show you the reality. This is you're still operating on, this is if you work minimum wage if you were saving a minimum wage amount and like you can't just like pull money out of your ass, and you don't have money where you could just like, you know, and you have to plan ahead, it takes time. And this is why I keep telling you, I'm like, dude, we're really low on cash. And even then, some little small dividend goal, just a little bit, man, you know, it's, you could kind of see, it's, you have to really think, plan, get to that moment. And again, that would just be for $300. So my goal, I think it's a really worthwhile goal. We talked about this in the morning. Nobody asked me, but I'll repeat this. Can you guys ask me this every 60 minutes, every hour? Can you ask me to remind you about this? As you guys ask me about the other stuff I already answered? Because I like talking about this. I really do. I will repeat this all day. I don't give a shit. Dude, do you guys see that on this account, we're already at 2 deposits? So that's why I love this, because like I'm showing, look how valuable these deposits are. Our account is still small. Even if it's big, our income and savings is still, this is growing faster now. So it's like, dude, we're only saving $300 a month. So that means, bro, 2 extra deposits, that goes a lot. That's powerful. So if I could raise this dividend up to $900, bro, do you realize how crazy that is? That means we will be getting a quarter. 25% of your year. You have now, it took you 5 years, 6 years to build, but now we created an avenue where it's paying us like our fucking job that got us here. You know what I'm saying? Dude, 3 months would be insane. And honestly, my goal is 12 months. I would hope for. I think eventually, you know, God willing, this account will be yielding like $3,600 a year at one point. I think we could get there. And that's where it gets crazy. Technically, the amount is $2,400. If we could get to $2,400 a year in dividends, that would be, that's how much we would save in a year when we started this account. Because we started with a $200 deposit. So, yeah, bro. I like it. Yeah, they're paying 1.2 deposit. That's great. So you're saving 13.2 months. That's what we have here, right? Right now, I'm saving like 14.5. So every 12 months of savings, I get 14 months of deposits just by how we set it up. So if we could get an extra quarter, bro, we'll be getting 15 months, maybe a little bit more. And then if we could get an extra 12, that's what I'm saying. This is why it's so important. And if you guys are young and it seems like you're doing nothing, but if you build this up over the years, before you know it, bro, 5-10 years is gonna go by. But now this is a machine, motherfucker. This is a money machine. You don't realize it? So we save, we put it in, but now it's also producing its own deposits. Even if I stopped depositing, those deposits can work. It would be tiny, but it'll still do something. And that's the whole idea, is that you get this machine, you put in these years, you preserve it, and then you put it in these areas where it could grow like this. Oh, dude, if this could start at, maybe God willing, this should be able to produce for us, you know, maybe in another 5-10 years, maybe sooner, maybe later. It should produce the whole year of savings just in dividends. And then that way, boom, now you're double saving. And now whatever you get from your job and everything else, it gets beautiful. So, amen. Far. Crypto to houses, stocks to income, Josh gasp. Yep. Exactly. There's a lot, and that's what I'm saying. Every cycle, and then you build them up. That's why, like, just be careful. If you really understand and you're listening and you see what we're doing, that's why it's so dangerous to just fall into this trap of, I don't care about the fruit, I just want to be right. Which I see a lot of young guys do. Because like I'm telling you, you got to go through these cycles, the 5, 10, 15 years. It's going to go by, bro. We've already burned, like I said, there's already been 5 years in front of some people that, and then for other people, that was their 6th year. But you see what I'm saying? It's like time has already gone by. I already saw it with the Chads. Even like I'm saying, there's a real big gap between the Chads that bought a home and then bought and chose to rent instead. And this is why I'm saying a lot of shit is propaganda. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. You have no idea, bro. There's so much propaganda. You know why? Because imagine what I just told you. A gap between those who bought a house and rented. Motherfucker, those weren't boomers. That wasn't, and it's all just happened in the last 5 years. Do you understand? I've seen so many people look to blame the past and the future, but I'm like, no. It's the last 5 years alone. What I've saw people do. You had such a big gap between people who are like, nah, I'll rent, and they could have bought, they should have, they were advised to, and they chose not to, and they chose to have fun and do other things instead of, kind of make that investment, kind of how we're talking about, acquire these assets. A couple years, you eat shit for a little bit. A couple years, it feels like nothing, but you grow, you secure, you get to the next cycle, you add more, bro. You're gonna kill it. But yeah, if you don't do that, or the ones who did it, like, they got rewarded. And like I'm telling you, you don't have to go back to 1970. We don't need to go back to paper clips. Everything is just bullshit. It's just these millions of people made these big gap widening decisions just in the last 5 years alone. Like I'm saying, I know Chad's, oh dude, I've encountered millions of people. And like I'm saying, a lot of people did good, and we had a time where everybody, it was impossible not to get hit in the face with money. A lot of you guys were just getting hit in the face with money. But then what you did with it was the real key. And like I'm saying, some Chads chose to rent. And I always wondered why. I'm like, I know they heard me and this, and that's what I'm saying. We played the little nice game. They just nodded their head. Yeah, Josh, I listen, but I don't follow the law. And again, they ended up renting. They had more fun, and they had a nicer place. That's what you get when you rent. You're going to probably have more fun, and the place you're going to rent is going to be so much cooler. I was explaining this even to my girl, because she wants to sell her house, and then she wants to even go grab another one. And I was just trying to explain to her, I was like, it's like, you're either going to get, if you rent, you get way nicer, but you don't make anything. You don't get anything. I even like my girl from moving here, just by buying a house instead of renting, she sells that house, bro. She's making 6 figures. That's it. She didn't even have to work a job. Just living here and having enough money to put a down payment and pay the rent, that would have paid for it all. As weird as that sounds. But how much she was spending, she could have got a way nicer house because she chose to buy instead of rent. You see the dilemma? So that's what's going to happen. You guys you rent, your house is going to be dope. It'll be nice, enjoyable, but the time will go by, all that money's gone. You'll have nothing, and then they're going to kick you out. Then you have to leave. You literally cannot stay. It's not yours, bro. So that's the first option. Or, and like I'm saying, people did that, and they had long terms, they had enough for a down payment, and they just rented instead of buying, even though they knew they should have. And now it's 5 years, and now all that rent money's gone, and now they're at a very different position than, like I'm saying, people. This is why it bothers me, and I'm trying to get as many people, and why when one person listens, it's so valuable. Because, bro, you think this is a game? I know Chads that were making 10%. They were making 10% of what other Chads were making at some point in the last couple of years. And they are now richer than the Chad that was making 10 times their income earlier. There's several of these stories, too, in the chat alone. Do you understand? Think about that. That's insane. So, bro, there was people making $30,000 a year. And then there was other Chads making anywhere from like 300 grand all the way up to millions of dollars a year. And somehow, this army of like minimum wage Chads found a way to catch up to the guys that were making all of that income money. Bro, that's crazy. That's why I was so motivated. That's why I said that's that gap I'm talking about. And it was through this. This was part of it. mixed in with a couple of other good moves and one bad decision here or there. But do you see what I'm saying, bro? It's crazy. I'm telling you, people, you were making 150, 200K, and they were like, fuck it, I'll just go rent. And then 5 years later now, they're still making good money, or some of them lost their job, changed it up, but then they don't own the house. They depleted their long term because they used it for something else that wasn't a house. Again, they just didn't follow the law. And now there's these guys, dude, literally a couple years ago, that even one of the long terms, I think his story was different, but go look at that, dude, that account was $30,000 just a couple years ago, sitting at one something, and then there's all these other stories where homeboy was making 30, 40 grand, and now he's been promoted 5 times, bought his first house, working on the second, and now they have a long term with either 6 figures or about 50 to 60K, or some that look just like mine, but then they also still got the house. It's insanity. So, like I'm saying, it's just, there's a really big gap, but that gap was created by the last 5 years. That wasn't because of boomers. That wasn't because of modern monetary theory beyond the pandemic. But that was like the generations creating this on their own. That's it. That's literally it. I've witnessed it with my own eyes. And that's why, as much as like some people hate it, like I've seen it be a real life changer for some people. Like I'm telling you, man, I've encountered some of you guys, and God is good. I think he matched us up, man. But because what y'all did with the info at the right time and how it played out, it's like, yeah, I see it. That's, I know some people wish it didn't happen, but there's also some people who are like, I'm so grateful it did. Because this last 5 years, it was a time to either, you could have caught up or set yourself back, and it had nothing to do with anything else but your own decisions. There was other stuff out there, but like I'm saying, the politics, the media, it seemed like there was a lot, but something as simple as the propaganda of real estate and believing it or not, or saving 10% and just sticking with it for 5 years, it made the world's difference. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. That's what sucks. Because this is what we sell, bro, for free, but this is our brand. But I'm telling you, dude, it's disgusting. It's such a wide gap. So let's go, man. I think we have another shot here for the next 5 years, and that's why I encourage you to actually use it. My rebuild, the big account is 3,000 and the small account is 300. Hey man, let the bank tell you no. I agree. Just keep going. Don't tell yourself. No, CNC is just benefiting off the UNH. Because that's the problem. I like CNC a little bit more than UNH. And everybody was asking me about why no UNH? But I'm like, why didn't you guys buy CNC? But they all did the same thing. They all had the Buffett 10% premium pop. But I have leaps on CNC. So I bought them a while ago. I bought them before Buffett. So I did get exposure. I just did it with options because I couldn't commit for 10 years to healthcare because I thought it was going to lag. And it kind of is still. CMG traded at the average would go to 23. Oh wow. Yeah, they have zero debt, but then they might sell debt, and then that'll be bullish when they sell debt because then they'll have all this cash, but that'll change. I like Chipotle a lot. We talked about it on the watch list. You can't rent it out. You could always rent out a home. The question is for what price? So you're saying, am I worried about not renting it? No. I'm worried about how much I'll get for it. I'm about to log into Colt's sister. I want to see what her dividend is. Because we got her some good dividend stocks too. Because here's the other account. This is Colt's sister. She did all of the worst decisions. She quit, started at the worst time, never raised her deposit. It's been $200 this whole damn time. She refuses to try to save more. And she asked to sell in April because of Donald Trump. What else? She's made every fucking mistake in the book, but thankfully, she just doesn't touch it until I tell her to. So she just listened, and that did get her to across the finish line. And yeah, this is her account. She did another dumbass thing too, but like I'm saying, it's not. Yeah, she's getting 4. She gets 2 deposits, so she's still at 2 deposits too. $400. That's crazy actually, because she has what? She has like more than half of the dividend, but then like almost half the account size, because the other account's 32,000. So if you doubled this account, she would already be at 800. She has way high dividends. Damn. So yeah. I love that one. So look, I still have the screenshot. I put it on the video. I need to text her. I didn't even send it. I didn't send her this. I should. So look, even then, last time I took this thumbnail, the account went up a little bit more. But yeah, this is when she was asking to sell. Her brain told her to stop putting money in her 401k April 11th. I'm like, baby girl, that's not your brain. That's propaganda. I don't even, what? But yeah. How old is she? Way too old for this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's why some of y'all need to grow up out of this Trump derangement syndrome and stop ruining your families, okay? Because you see the problem she causes within our family just by her being a liberal, and everybody just tries to help her, and she just fights everybody she loves and only listens to the government. It's really odd. It's really fucking odd. But you see, so we still love you all, but we're working really hard to show you guys. But yeah, but way too fucking old for this shit, dude. Are you kidding me? I'm her younger brother, to put it into context. I'm supposed to be the younger one. But yeah, I don't know, man. Dude, if the whole chat, that's crazy. So yeah, she wanted to sell. It was like 12,000. The account's at 16,000 now. So she still would have walked away with a gain because we were still outperforming at the time. But yeah, I even told her, I have the whole thread on Twitter. But I was telling her, I was like, man, you could do whatever you like. But that would have been a big difference. That's why I said on the video the other day, because it's just sad, man. I don't take pride in the people who got clapped because it's hopeless. It just kills your hope. Because I could only imagine if my sister didn't have me and followed through with that, she would have got less money. She's only saving $200 a month. She would have got way less, and she would have missed out on 40-50% more. That's crazy. And then if she wanted to get back into it, it would have been at a way less optimal price and opportunity. So yeah, that's why, man, stick with it early too, and you'll be fine. Long term. Does she appreciate you more or less or the same? Oh, I don't know. I don't really care. I only do it for my mom. That's it. I love my sister. I really do, but I love my mom more. And my mom loves my sister, so she's lucky because she could be rude too, but my mom, that's it, man. She's lucky mama love her because I love her because mama love her. Otherwise, I say we ban her. I'm down. But mom said we can't ban her. So I was like, oh, okay, fine. I guess I'll buy her a house. So yeah. Where is it? That's June. 9 more minutes till power hour. All right. You're funny. God bless you, bro. God bless you and good afternoon. Bro, when is Battlefield coming out? We could be playing Battlefield right now, Chad. Payout ratio below like 50 or 60. In another world, you could say below 30, but yeah, it just really depends on the industry. But like anything going above like 70, 80 starts to get really unsustainable, but there's various metrics for that. Higher is bad, lower is good. And that's just the normal standard for now, but it really does vary on a case-by-case and industry-by-industry basis. Why do you not share your age? Sounds wild. What's wild is you think I hide my age. I tell people my age. Who the fuck are you? I just don't know you. What the fuck? Who's this guy? So that's why it's kind of weird. But so who the fuck are you? What do you do? Do you go up to, how old are you? I don't know. No English. I gotta go. What the fuck? You gotta be like, yeah, some guy just walked in. Why are you hiding your age? Bitch, I'm walking. I'm going home. The fuck? So who are you? That makes sense, right? Fig. Okay, I can go to the bathroom. Follow me on Instagram at the Trading Fraternity. Real Cult News on Instagram. Or no, on Twitter. I don't know. Gotta go.
Talk a little behavioral finance, but we're having a good time over here. We appreciate you guys holding down the fort back in the Business Week studio.
Don't mess anything up, okay?
Yeah.
Dan Ives has launched a
he's here.
Bitcoin treasury
he hasn't.
company. Dude, it was up 5,000%
it's not Bitcoin. It's not
yesterday.
Bitcoin.
It's not Bitcoin.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, of the things you're going to talk to Dan Ives about, I think the 5,000% gain in the stock of the company that he's working with yesterday should be at the top of your list.
I will say he's also launched.
Also at the top of our list with him. Okay.
Okay, that should be at the top of the list.
No, also at the top of the list is his ETF. It launched back in June. IVES is the ticker. It's up 16% since then. It's outperformed the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100 considerably over that time. So he's got his hands in a lot of places right now.
All right, very cool. I look forward to watching, really listening to your show. As you know, I tune in to Carol and Tim every day on Bloomberg Radio. By the way, that 8Co Holdings is the name of the Dan Ives vehicle that jumped yesterday at the close of trading. And the ticker, by the way, is OCTO, so Octo.
So just to wrap up, so he's got a clothing line, he's got an ETF, and he's got a crypto treasury company.
He's a man with a plan, or many plans. At the close, that stock was up 3,009%.
Not bad. Wouldn't say no to that.
All right, Katie, you going to run off
and go right now.
Anchor the close with Romaine Bostick. He's going to be very angry if you take any longer to get over there. We will watch your program as well. Meanwhile, here in the studio, I am joined by Nora Melinda. We want to take a look at some of the stocks on the move today, and Nora Melinda joins us. She's an equities reporter on the BN side, but I'm sure you know her from this show and many others, where she helps out so much. Nora, I guess Apple is one of the main stocks that we're watching today, the biggest corporate news story. What are we seeing there?
Definitely. I mean, I'm looking at shares of Apple. They're down about 1.7% right now in trading. But of course, we know the biggest news of the day is the debut of the iPhone 17 lineup. How do we already make it to 17, Matt? Which iPhone do you have?
I have, I think, the 15. So I try and upgrade every 2 years, or at least.
And you see my assumption that you had an Apple product. You could have had an Android.
Yes. Well, no, I'm a normal human being. So
well,
I'm not one of those people who shuns the Apple ecosystem and prefers to use like
to be alternative, you know.
What do the other people use? Unix or something?
I have no idea what they're doing on that side, but we do have the debut, and of course that's really what's been in focus today. And apparently it has a skinnier Air model here, and of course we know that we always see the updates to the camera technology and all this sort, but we are seeing shares sliding just a tad today. But I do want to move to some of the names in the green that I am keeping an eye on. Let's look at shares of.
That's why I say it though. I'm like, some of y'all need to go hang out with them. I'm like, I don't think they're my people over here. I'm like, I don't do it. I just somehow their conversations and like all the good people leave, or they end up scamming you on another financial product. The ICE detainments? No, I did not. AI startup Reflection raised $1 billion. NVIDIA backed. Yeah, the keyboard is cool. I've just never had a keyboard with a fingerprint scanner. That's it. And then if there's ever a battle, I will hold up the keyboard in victory. They're like, how did he get the keyboard? I say your defenses were weak. The Lord will provide. Run thy chattel. PPI? I think it'll come in higher or lower, and it's not going to change rate cuts. If anything, it'll change. It'll be used to help the narrative. But yeah, that's it. PM did Staples. Smashing. We should watch the 300. Have any of you watched it recently? I haven't seen it in a while. No. It's ramping up. I don't see it. 52-week high. It just sold off yesterday, added to the S&P. That was the only good thing. What is this? What is all I see is, why does Robinhood come up on this? Oh no. It's so weird. That's why I was like, bro, there's an article on Downtown Vegas Casino hosting an open bar every night. And Robinhood is linked to that article. But, yeah, I didn't know that. Golden Gate Center Bar will be completely complimentary between 6 and 7. So yeah, we're trying to provide a high energy, fun experience. Not once a week, but every day of the week. 7 days a week. 365 days a year. 6 p.m. in Vegas. No matter what you're doing, we want the night to start here. Okay. Did you hear about that? Has that ever happened before? Did you hear what I just told you? So this casino in Vegas is just gonna hand out, they took out all of the tables in this area, and then 6 to 7 p.m. just free. You just walk, you don't need to gamble, you don't need to do anything. It's an interesting approach. That's a very... I think it could either turn out really good or really bad. Sweet greens. Apple. I mean, I didn't watch it. We were doing Philo. And then I read some of the updates there, even on the AirPods. But I didn't even see the phone, to be honest with you. Should we? What does it look like? Does it look any different? Nobody said anything. So, like, I don't think we could listen to the audio. Is that it? Oh, it looks kind of cool.
You can zoom.
You could zoom up to 8 times. iPhone Air. Oh, it's really called iPhone Air? Yeah, and then new chip. Wait, you could do what at the same time? You could record? You could record and FaceTime at the same time. 50% more battery. I like the damn headphones. But yeah, that's it. I think the AirPods would be good. Because when was the last time there was new AirPod Pros? And I feel like some people need... Ew, this is it? Wait, this is how it looks? Bro, it looked like a weird-ass Furby with fucking eyes and shit. Why is I don't like it. Like, it's creeping me out. I'm very confused. Yeah, that's how it looks. It's ugly as fuck. It looks like an iPhone. It just look out of place. I think these two things mixed in with the 3 camera, but then the 3rd camera look like it's in the middle. This orange one don't even look like it belonged there. Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at this. Shot on an iPhone 17 Pro. Look at this. This is pretty crazy. That's pretty dope. I know, but why couldn't they just do that last year? You did not take a year to figure that out. Come on. Come on. It looks thin. iPhone mirroring. Dude, do you know what I use a lot on my iPhone? You guys will never believe it. There's one tool on the iPhone that I use a lot more than often. I use it. I only use it when I'm doing real estate work, but I use it at least once a week. I do use FaceTime, but that's not what I'm talking about. Yeah, bro. The measuring tape. It works. You know that? Bro, I hella be, yeah, the fucking, you can measure anything. So like at first, if I did it when I lost the fucking measuring tape and I had to measure shit. And then, yeah, and now once I realized it's like accurate and I learned how to use it, oh dude, it's amazing. It's amazing. It works. You can measure, and now I just measure everything. That's it. I just be pulling out the iPhone. I'm like, that's 14 feet distance, 13.2 exactly. Very cool. I know it has a level, but I haven't like used it. But all of those tools like work. It's so like you have to learn. Sometimes it's like slightly off if you don't hold it right. But yeah, bro, it's beautiful. It's a utility app. Yeah, the level. Oh, I should use it because I have the, what's it called? I have the, I have that little sticky thing. Wow, I just pulled out the level. This is fun. Now I'm measuring my monitor. Yeah, bro, it's perfect. I'm telling you, it's crazy. That's like AR. It's pretty much augmented reality. Go pull out your iPhone and use the little measuring app. You'll see. So, they should have marketed that. I would have been a buyer. I'll walk around the house. Have you seen the little AI robots? Dude, they have an AI robot that goes around work sites and it can mark up everything. It can tell you where to drill holes. It'll line up all of the lines, the pipes, where everything is supposed to be fitted. It's insane. It has a pencil, or it has like lines in the bot. It looks like a Roomba, and it goes around an empty property and it'll mark up everything and make it perfect, showing people where to build everything. It's nuts. And it'll mark like what belongs what, the electrical markings, everything, and label them, and it's all just a fucking Roomba. It's literally a fucking Roomba. It's like a construction Roomba. It's insane. I don't know, that's crazy though. All of this Apple stuff, I feel like we missed it. I thought we were gonna see more of it. Looks kind of disappointing. I like that the phone is thin, but it looks hideous. Robinhood's still up, Zillow on the low. Nazi's only up a quarter. I think we were up a little bit more earlier. Russell only down 0.5. It was down like 1.2 at one point. Dow is the leader on the day, SPY 0.1. Let me get you a checkup. Dow Jones 17 green, 13 red, so makes sense. It's the leader. Got more advancers. Nasdaq literally 50 green, 50 red. 50-50, habibi. SPY 207 green and then 290-ish in the red. It was like 168 in the green a couple minutes ago. or maybe like an hour ago. Sour brown on the high, or sweet green. Payrolls, yeah, we had that revision. Again, you'll probably hear about it more down the line, but don't look for price action. I would be paying attention to credible cuts or not, and think about how that factors into all of this. That's it, man, and it's power hour, right? Well, we only got 48 minutes. Develop or implement. I want to do some stuff at the farm with like servers and anything of that nature, but maybe one of you could figure this out. I just have others more important stuff, but if you could do the leaderboard, if there's something that I could hook up to OBS where people post and we could have a leaderboard that auto updates. But other than that, you got some ideas, or I want to build like a real server. All the hard work, baby. Shout out the long term in the Chad Tarantula. Dude, I don't know where he is. Scary. We didn't kill him. He's too big to kill. But I don't know where that tarantula went. They didn't like follow up with it. And yeah, that's it. And then I don't know, it's just I just looked over. I need to go to the bathroom. But how come nobody is talking about that girl on the fucking bus? Did you guys see that? Like, what's up with this, dog? That is weird. I keep seeing it everywhere on Twitter. And I even asked my girl, I was like, have you seen this? And she said no. They are now? Yeah. It was bad. It's just like random. Like, if you really think about it, it's just very random. And it was like a Ukrainian immigrant. This girl came from Ukraine. She escaped Ukraine or left there, and then came to live in North Carolina or somewhere like, was it the Carolinas? I don't know. And then yeah, she just got randomly murdered on a bus, and there's a video of it. And yeah, it's just kind of sad. But like, she's a Ukrainian. You don't think that's weird? That I'm the one telling you about a Ukrainian being killed in America? But what?
Which is, I think, broadly
So
what
ugly.
Apple's AI strategy is right now, to be the AI on-device leader. And so, the concept of having headphones in that allow you to converse in real time with somebody who's speaking a different language, that's pretty cool. I thought the iPhone features, most of that had sort of been leaked a little bit in the press. The iPhone Air being the big, new form factor for iPhone, that probably sets the stage for them to roll out a foldable iPhone down the road. But I think the stock's a little bit off. Maybe maybe on the pricing for iPhone 17 not being as big of an increase as hoped for. But I think stepping back, what's Apple's strategy for AI, to your question? Right now, I think they're kind of slow playing things. This market is moving very fast. I think they're slow playing things. They're happy to, with their massive installed base of users, to be a distributor of AI, much in the same way they've been, as a distributor of internet technology over the last cycle. So I think their strategy, we'll learn more about it as time goes on, but for now it's to be the leader of AI on device.
All right, John Belton over at the Gabelli Funds, and we should point out Apple shares did briefly get into the green during that event, but eventually lost steam. Right now down about 1.5% on the day. Our very own Ed Ludlow, the co-host of B-Tech, he's outside Apple Park in Cupertino, California. And Ed, I do just kind of want to point out, I mean, you kind of sit in a very interesting spot. I mean, we talk about sort of that milestone event back in 2007 where maybe just about 50 miles or so north of you, Steve Jobs walked across that stage and introduced what at the time was something revolutionary. It really did change what we thought about mobile computing. Now, 18 years later, there's a lot of questions as to how you move the needle forward for a device that sells 200 million units a year, generating $200 billion in revenue a year just on the device alone. What did we learn today here about the potential to grow that even further?
You highlight that the iPhone event day is almost always a sell the news event, but the stock often recovers on a 30-day, 60-day.
Well, here's the thing, you guys. Do you guys want a little crash course in propaganda? I would love to show you. So we just talked about the girl who got stabbed, right? Here's the deal. If you make this about like a race debate, you fell for the propaganda. You're like, what? The girl just died. How is it propaganda? Because I need all of you to realize this. From 4 years ago till now, all murder is wrong. Do you remember, okay? Every type of murder is wrong, even if you agree or disagree. You get what? That's how it becomes propaganda. You see what I'm saying? Killing is bad. Anybody gets killed for wrong reasons, that's wrong. It's not supposed to be a political, ideological debate every time something wrong happens. We are supposed to objectively hold wrong accountable and hopefully reward right. So that's why, like, you don't notice it. It's like you see this and people want you to talk. Even if you're right, you're still some of you are going to bring it into an ideological race debate. The point is wrong, and we need to stick to that. It's the same thing. Do you know? So what happened last week? Last week, you had a bunch of people praying and hoping the president would die. That's really evil. Like I told you, I said, some of you should call your own parents. I wouldn't be worried about a man, and you're taking the wrong information to be worried. Where I'm like, look at the people around you. You should be more concerned about your family members. But think about it. That's wrong. And you saw people acting a certain way, acting really weird about, like, yeah, I hope he gets clapped. That's wrong. That's negative. That's propaganda. So, do you know what I saw this morning? I saw this morning they put like a little picture, and they something about like a boat that Greta could have been on got blown up. Greta Thunberg. Ta-da! It's the same thing, just reverse. But now it's somebody you're like, oh, now what if Greta died? How do you feel about that? It doesn't matter, motherfucker. It's wrong. You see? It's all propaganda. Not necessarily the actions, but the framing of it and how it starts a conversation and debate of certain things. So don't fall for it. There you go. There you go. They misfired a flare gun. Yeah, but if you saw the reporting of it this morning, They wanted you to like do the same thing that people did with Trump, but with Greta, just on the reverse. They try to make it, whether it was funny, a story, or whatever, the whole idea was taking pleasure in somebody dying for no reason. You don't think that's odd? I don't care if it's Donald Trump or Greta, it's odd no matter what. The way it gets framed is to make you feel like it's a joke, or it's not, or it's this, or it's that. And that's why I call it propaganda. That's why I'm saying you gotta objectively think for yourself, and at the same time, don't let your political ideologies blur the lines of like, yeah, it's like a gotcha moment via death. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You don't see Donald Trump, a bruise. They want you to like, oh, and some people did. Same thing. Even if it's Greta, even if it was Nancy Pelosi. You see what I'm saying? The point, dude, what's at stake is your soul, my friend. Is that you actually taking pleasure in those things? That's more twisted than any of it. That's where people get propagandized. So, well, yeah, people get paid off of it, but that's what I think about the like impact, all this stuff, because that's why I asked about it. I keep seeing that thing on Twitter, but then a lot of people turn it into like an ideological debate. But it's just like all of it, bro. Death is death, murder is murder, and like, yeah, it doesn't matter what it is. But when you play that game, that's why people talk and don't talk about things, and it comes off a certain way. Nvidia's going up again. Hi! We only got 30 minutes. High tickers almost fully gassed. Now you got Nvidia. It sucks because you would think you'd be like really moving, but you're literally at like yesterday's high. We haven't gone above it yet with 30 more minutes. Propaganda has nothing to do with Israel. It's all of this shit. Listen to what I just told you. How do you walk away viewing death? You guys, whether they're on a bus, whether it's the president, whether it's Greta, whether it's Palestinians, whether it is people at a festival. Do you not see it? There's nothing to do with it's death. Choose life, brothers. Choose life. And don't ever take pleasure in any death unless your name is Lucifer. Like I've been saying this for a while now. That's why it's very interesting. I don't know. I guess I see it differently. Nivda 170. Even Google all of them, all the Mag 7. So yalla. Is that T-Mobile guy? Agua Dulce? Is it by Aguanga? Let me see. I know Aguanga. I don't know this area. Agua Dulce. I know Palmdale. I know Santa Clarita. But yeah, I don't know. There's a place called Aguanga that's in between like Palm Springs and San Diego. That's a place I know. And that place is decent, but it's fucking out there. But like I said, any of these places, if it's like agriculture, you just want to make sure that it's like near society. The closer you are to the city, or like the closer you are to like a fucking Walmart, the better. Because if you're far away from the city and it has a lot of land, that's not as valuable as you think. Because who's gonna live there? People want to live in a place they could make money nearby, or a big demand for property is so they could go to work or be near things that they want to be around. So I'm telling you, the property I got is right next to, it's 20 minutes away from a big city. And most of the travel time is just getting to like out of the driveway. So you got to, I make sure you're near, like go look at shops, go look at where people work around there. Cause you gotta, if it's like 50 minutes, an hour outside of the biggest city, you have to ask yourself who's gonna buy that, because they have to make money to pay for it. So if you can't make, unless they make money at home or they're retired, it's a place where people have money to retire, then that's where those get a little tricky. That's why you'll notice properties way out there, they're either cheaper or they'll sit on the market for a lot longer. Dabe. Low as well. But yeah, you guys only have 30 minutes. So tomorrow you'll get another, like that should open up more of a reaction. But then it like just, I'm only saying that because look, last 2 days, dude, we have 14 hours to go nowhere. You're all even still within the Friday range. Remember, that was non-farms. So tomorrow morning is going to be PPI. We're going to hear Biden, Trump after the bell, and we'll see. But other than that, bloop, you wait till the morning. There's a press conference? Oh, really? Well, there you go. I'm saying we just talked about that. Yeah, if it's not that developed, I mean, you could buy it, but it's not, that might not be a good investment. So if that's what you're looking for, you just got to make sure. Or worst case, you'll buy it and you'll get your money back when you sell. That's what I've seen with like agriculture properties or like some of these further out. Like people will buy them, live in it for back in before real estate went crazy. Like even in Rancho Santa Fe, one of the nicest zip codes in San Diego. People would buy these like houses out in Rancho Santa Fe and they were in the middle of nowhere. Even if it was a bougie ass area, it was the middle of fucking nowhere. So you would buy it and then it would stay the same price for 10 years. So when you came to sell it, you just got all your money back so all your mortgage payments, your rent, you just get what you paid. And then they popped with everything. But then, yeah, if we ever return to a normal market, the properties more further out there, they're going to operate like that. We do put out the long-term notifications. Yeah, if you're on there or if you follow the Twitter on this channel. I just didn't do that much this year. It's actually been one of the things we've been talking about because we got a nice lead. We were outperforming the world in the beginning of the year, and then we wanted to protect that lead, and we made sure we did. So this is what I'm talking about. That's why we only made three moves this year. Just pretty much Intel, NVO, and Pizza. So we had the lead, we were up, everybody was dying, we were still up. So we wanted to make sure we did good, but I've alerted everything that we've done. Am I staying for earnings? No, I think today is only Oracle, right? I'll stay for a little if it comes out. Oracle could move. They're near the high and tied to the AI stuff. Google 52-week high, RFK, comments, Rapparoon, you got 30 more minutes. Or, oh, GME? Let's go, baby. Remember, you said I was smart. So I'm down, bro. GME, life-changing opportunities, they said. This gives me deja vu. I feel like we've done this before. I feel like it's been pinned, and then we've made jokes about GME right before it reports. But I don't know, bro. Let me put it this way. I literally just bought, or I didn't buy 2K this year. So I don't know how good the game market is. You're confused with the long term. Do I buy whenever I add 10? Or you put 10% and wait for a good dip? Well, we have a plan. And that's, so it starts, you have to save the money and get the 10%, put that on autopilot. And then whether you, I don't know if you own anything or not, but you start buying names little by little and then you add throughout. Some you could buy automatically or you could wait for it all. But yeah, I don't know how long you've been following along with it for, but it's not like, think about what you're buying. So, you know, plays you're going to hold for 10 years minimum. So that's why, like, you're holding both cash and the cash goes in there and then you're going to buy stocks. But, you know, the goal is to hold for 10 years minimum. And most people don't respect that fully. Because if you do, that should answer these questions a lot easier. Because whether it's in cash or in a stock, I mean, we're talking 10 years minimum. So save 10%. That whatever's in that account will be 10 years minimum, and little by little, if you have no stocks, you got to start buying. But once you already have some, you're going to start either mix of waiting or a mix of buying automatically and chilling. And there you go. But that's why, so like this year, if you were following along, it was only 4 actions, but there was a couple, you know, if you've been watching, we've talked about starting, and if you start, you set out your amount. We have all the original videos on there, so it shouldn't be confusing, but it will be confusing if there's a little bit of startup time you got to put into it and then follow along. But yeah, I think it's easy once it gets going. Shouldn't be, and I made a lot of changes this year to make it simple, but that's on you. It's really fun. Yeah. Dude, people said 2K is really fun this year, but now I think it's propaganda. So yeah, I didn't buy 2K. I couldn't. I kind of want to, but I'm like, man, that game is terrible, dude. Then I just go destroy my knees and play in real life. If I get injured, I'll buy 2K. But other than that, Yeah, the AI, bro. The computer. Is it important to find the months that it pays? No. But you should, if you do want the dividend paid, you got to get it before X dividend. So like UPS, let me put it this way. UPS's X dividend was on August 18th. So if you buy UPS today, you're not getting the next dividend. The next dividend pays out September 18th. So if you bought UPS today, you have to wait 3 more months, 4 more months for the dividend. So that's what's important, the X dividend day, if you want to calculate and receive that dividend. Cardinal. I like Cardinal back in the day. I might have brought it up on my OG video, but I like them at a much lower price. So they're good, but my brother, you have the right idea, but you also have a terrible time right now, because it wasn't a bad. Cardinal was a good stock, and it's healthcare. It even had a little bit of value, but you literally found a way to choose the only healthcare name that's up. So on the year, actually, probably one of very few. So unfortunately, I like Cardinal. I've always liked them, but I just don't like the price right now. No one's talking bond. We're just getting ready for the end of the day, but there's a big bond auction earlier today. It was just solid. There's going to be another one tomorrow, but everything I've been telling you on the watch list and even today, I think it is kind of coming true. So eyes on that, and the bonds are important. Even everything going on in Japan. Coroning. Oh shit, this is the bitch that got fired?
All about, because at the same time that you have the
she totally manipulated it. I could feel it. You see what I'm saying? That's the feel.
Electronic data of all sorts. Throughout
if I close my eyes, I just hear Elizabeth Warren.
All now being recorded, and the statistical agencies can't wait to get their hands on that data and to design new kinds of measures to take that in.
Who is leading that? Who is leading that charge, though?
Project.
Who is leading that charge right now, though, Eric? I mean, in addition to your role as BLS commissioner, at one point you also did serve on one of the user advisory committees that have now been disbanded.
She wasn't the lady that got
fired. And I am curious.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about this idea of having faith in the data that comes out of the government. It's not so much just faith in the data, but it's faith in the people.
She was Obama's
lady. Collecting that data, or in this case,
was Obama's
the collection
I made so much money under her.
Those people right now?
Totally. I really do. These are some of the most dedicated data nerds on the face of the earth, right? They are real. They live and breathe getting the data out there.
I don't believe you.
Sure
I do.
It's good, making sure that it's that everybody trusts it.
No, you don't.
They wouldn't choose to work there otherwise, because they could earn more money elsewhere.
Because they're fucking trading poly market on the side, bitch.
But they've been hamstrung by.
They don't care about money. They care about being
BLS's
right.
budget has fallen by 20% in real terms in the past 15 years, and this administration has proposed cutting it by another 8%. And right now, BLS is down. Since January, it's lost 20% of its staff. 1/3 of its leadership positions are vacant. So the ones
you guys
that are
have
there
miscalculated
are
jobs
the
by
most
1
dedicated
million
people
for
left.
every year.
All right,
And,
you need less
Eric,
people,
we have
not
to leave
more.
It there. We are up against the commercial. Really appreciate you taking time for us, and obviously a very complicated topic, and it's going to take quite a few weeks, if not months, or even years to sort it all out. Eric Agroshian is the former commissioner of the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics.
Boo. I thought that was the lady who got fired. I'm like, damn, she's already doing Bloomberg interviews? I was like, good for her. I said, no way, bro. I was like, she's really out here. But no, it was the Obama lady. It's just so weird. Because that's why I say it's like convincing. Like, if you have to tell me and make me like feel bad. Like, these people work so hard at their job. They're so good at it. They love it and they're so good at it. They're so nerdy about it. That's why the data kept getting leaked for the 5 years and never did before. They love it so much that's why there's a bunch of shady shit going on and everybody gets in trouble for insider trading and poly markets and all. They love it. Oh man. So yeah, I don't believe them. I really don't. Sorry. And then they're like, it'll take months and years to fix this. Man, bitch, if all of y'all just said this 4 years ago, we would believe you today. And we would all play along. But no, you guys banned us and punished us and called us crazy. All because we wanted to make money. And we're trying to tell, we're like, hey man, we think the economy's fucked. I don't think this data is legitimate. They're like, shut the fuck up, it's transitory. What the fuck? Do you hate your country? You hate freedom? I'm like, what? I just said it's not. Do you know what transitory even means? Fine. I don't know. The game is rigged, but it's not. But my uncle told me one day, he said, the only way to get tricked off bullshit is to believe in it. That's where a lot of this stuff comes into play. Because even this year, like, what was reality was going to be reality. How you made a move and benefited or not depended on what you believed. There was a lot of bullshit going around, and you had a choice onto what you believed in. And that's, if you just didn't believe in it, I mean, it really doesn't have that big of an effect. You could support your favorite Egyptian boy without a membership. All you have to do is like the video. So yeah, Chad, don't listen to him. That is incorrect, and he has not really been listening or paying attention. That's why he's telling you that. But no, your likes don't get you anything. I'd much prefer you follow the other rules, pay more attention, and don't waste my time having to correct you. That'll be a lot better. And get a long term and save 10%. The people before you who had the likes like him, they fucked it up for you, and they ruined it. And that way, unfortunately, their greediness and other things have changed our system so that we could better provide for everybody. But the reward is to those who follow the law. Very simple. So yeah, the likes don't matter. They should be turned off because some of you still don't listen after these years. But yeah, they're stuck in the past. No. How do I get out? No. Yeah, you can like it if you want, but no worries. No worries. Meta. All right, man. Well, you only got 15 minutes. Rapparoony, Chattadoony. Ivy. Thank you. God bless America. Woo. All right, you got Meta and Oracle after the bell. There's Oracle. There's a membership. So welcome, Coleman. I mean, is it Mama Ivy? We've done Father Edgar, but I was gonna say A.M. Coleman. I was gonna say thank your mom, but that would have I usually say that offensively. I'm not used to that. I don't like speaking on people's moms. So I don't know, man, but you could thank Ivy for the membership, Mr. Coleman. A lot of things are kind of running here. Yeah, JD's kind of just been doing that all day. I think you have more daily options, brother. sons? Any sons? Hey, Father. Father Ivy, no! It's Mama Ivy, no! Get this liberal, no! Oh, I'm sorry. It's having too much fun at the end of the day. It's your birthday. You're 22! Oh, dude. Horn! Let's go, baby. That's crazy. 22 years old, man. God bless you. I hope you use your time well, man. And that long term at 22 is so potent. You have no idea, bro. Colin, I hope you stay on a good path, brother. The world is yours. Your right mind and a young man at 22, direction, believing he was sent here will do a lot of great things. So keep it up, man. Another year for the long term. Woo! There's GL Dubs. U-Time, what is this? Fraudulent filing was submitted or approved by company's leadership? Wait, what the fuck? Yo, check WTO. Min Fei Bao remains a director and has not resigned? Oh, no. Look at that, just blended in there, bro. So somebody filed a fake filing on this stock. So if anybody's been pumping WTO to you, yeah, that's hilarious. So the company said somebody filed a fake thing and they accidentally approved it. It's amazing. All right, man, you only got 10 minutes. 12 minutes. Spies, again, is moving kind of slow, better than earlier, but it's so odd. We haven't had a big move in the last 2 days towards the end of the day. Like, we only got like 10 more minutes. I would love to see a big move, but we can't get past this. So yeah, like, bro, you remember like every other week, bro, you get like one of these like crazy end of the day candles. This is what I'm expecting. Like one of these, you know what I'm saying? Up or down. Like even one of those, for crying out loud. But the last 48 hours, you ain't get shit. And then there's Oracle. Broadcom still dumping too. That's what you just said it to. You just said, welcome, sock it to me. And I don't know if you heard my silence. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? What is sock it to me? What do you like, suck it to me? Like, what is happening? But welcome. Thank you for the membership. I don't know what your name means. I remember you over these years, but I finally took the time to ask myself what the fuck that means. Sock it to me. What is it? Am I missing something? Does that mean something? Because isn't there a song with like, suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me? Like, but is that what they say? And what does that mean? What just came out of my mouth? I don't even know what I'm saying. Larry June says, sock it to me. Isn't that in a song? What does it mean? Sock it to me, meaning. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh. It's a company which sells socks. The phrase sock it to me is a colloquial that means to accept a challenge or face something head on. To indicate readiness and confront a situation or to give encouragement. Wow, amen. I like that. The phrase gained popularity in the 60s. from Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In, where it was famously chanted by Judy Carn, originally associated with delivering a physical blow, but over time has evolved to convey enthusiasm and readiness to handle challenges. Nice. Nice. It sucks it ends with a slot machine, but I like it. I like it. Yeah, I'm down with encouragement. Suck it to me! Woo! That's what I'm talking about. So let's go. I like it. I like it. And welcome. Suck it to me, baby. Is that good? I feel it sounds like, forgive me, but it sounds very sexual. You know that? I feel uncomfortable yelling it. I feel like I'm telling you to do something I don't feel comfortable saying. So I like the enthusiasm, but I still feel like I'm sexually assaulting somebody. I don't like it. It's still, suck it to me. No, please don't. But I like it. I like the meaning now. So, suck it to me, dude. That's right, baby. You can take the slots off. I'm not gambling. Nah, brother, don't worry. I'm just making a joke. But yeah, I hope you don't have, gamble for fun, but, for real, it's just very easier to, like, I don't know, just the young guys, it's easy to not control the gambling and just, like, they're not your friend, okay? Just, there's a lot of fake friendship in the gambling world, so just, I hope you treat your future self as the friend you deserve, okay? And suck it to me. What'd you just say? What? I love it. You won 4th place in a poker tournament on Saturday, cashed out $8K. Nice. The only thing I would say is just don't get a big head about it. That's all I could say. I'm developing a new casino. You guys didn't know that? I'm working on it. So I'm going to turn the farm into the casino. We're building a brand new casino. It's for the modern generation. What we do is, like, it has all the typical casino games, but just mainly like roulette. And what you do is you get to bet. You put your money down to bet. And then if you're right, we like light fireworks and we like celebrate you predicting the market correctly, but then we keep your money. So it's a new gambling experience tailored for the younger generation of stock traders, which cares more about being right than making money. So then that way you could gamble with your friends and people could even see how correct you are, because you'll be able to spin the wheel, place your bets, and if you get the more horns you collect and fireworks, they'll know that you're right. You'll get confetti, all of it, and then you could leverage that for whatever you want in the casino. But then we just keep all the money. So you place your bet, we collect the bets, and then whoever is correct gets to be right. It's really fun. So we'll be launching in 2028 once all permits are approved. I got to bribe a couple more politicians, and then we will be able to get this into your 401k. So I look forward to it. Thank you. We also have a pre-release SPAC if you would like to invest early. We cannot guarantee or warranty the accuracy of this investment. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening. This is all a giant joke, too, if you're a dumb fuck and don't understand sarcasm. That still exists in this world, so there you go. I have concluded. Thank you. Thank you. You have 5 minutes left. Your final 5 just popped you. We finally moved. Woo! Suck it to me! I'm sorry. I'm just enthusiastic. But yeah. Like I said, I would like to have an end of the day move just to get just some clarity, man. Just get us fucking moving out of here. So I'm down. It doesn't really even give you clarity until the bonds move, but still. There you have it. And then I said it yesterday, you're going to hear tax sales very soon. But Josh is very early too. So, yeah. Kupang. That was the one from yesterday. All right, brothers. You wrap it up. The crypto coin E. coli? I don't know. I don't even know how to... I need to get the link. I don't have it on this computer. But yeah, I didn't pull anything. I still have Ethereum in there. You know that? I probably got like, I think there's at least like 4 or 5 grand of Ethereum pooled in there because that's what I needed to start it. I put in money to like create it. But yeah, I never pulled out anything. That's why we did it as that little test. I'm so grateful though. I wouldn't have been able to hit Trump coin without it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it's at. I don't know. That Solana is cool. It's good Solana's up, but that like all of the gambling shit earlier kind of faded. Like you don't see those as much anymore. Yeah. So I found E. coli still $4,000 pooled. It's the money I put. I never took anything out of it. You have this scammer Chad though. You have like one of the nerdy Chads just took everything. He remember we were fucking around with it and he was like acting like he was helping, but then he just typical shady Solana shit. But it wasn't even Solana, just crypto. All of the crypto dudes. But yeah. Oh man. 45 seconds! Go, 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 go! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you have ran out of time for today, but you should have finalized your plays a little bit ago. Last push here. A little bit of big tech and staples, but Russell's the only one remaining down, a little chilling out. You got some stuff with bonds in the revision and now PPI tomorrow. And just remember, credible cut or not, my friends. But you got less than 10 seconds. Wrap it up. Finalize your plays and suck it to me. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding 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 ding. Or not. Oh, Chad Adonia. Are you kidding me? Chad. We did it, we made it. 7 hours in the books. That's it, man. You made it to the bell. You stayed alive. You made money or not, you still learned something. Let me get a GG in the chat, baby. Let's go. Good game. It don't matter if you made money or lost money, you got a long term. If you don't got a long term, what the fuck are you doing? Doesn't make any sense. Get a long term. Let's go. And Chatadonia, I love you. Thank you, my friends. Thank you for surviving, Josh. Thank you. I covered to ban the shit out of you. You're fucking annoying. Josh is annoying. He'll fucking ban you and you're gonna get banned. Thank you. Yeah, because you're amazing. Whoa. Yeah,
You're breaking your lunch, go for layups, start dunks. I'ma say what I want. I get paid for my thoughts. I'ma pay, so I stop. Influential as fuck, boy. My mental been tough. With my heart on my cuff. It ain't hard, I don't want. Cause then everyone got like opinions and thoughts. Why they don't mean a lot. Put money on stats, I can show you the top. Every bottom my pop, both the key and the lock. Don't believe me, just watch. Use my freedom a lot.
I need to rap. You won't see me a lot. Monday through Friday, you need me, let's talk. It's been 5 years since that song. GME. It's going. I missed all fucking opportunity for generational wealth. No! How will I recall? I won't live this one down. Damn, well, good game. Glad you guys did good. But there's my shot. This was 5 years ago. You don't get how crazy that is?
It's a cup.
5 years ago?
2020.
It's already flown by. It's already flown by, brother. Do you get it?
Yeah. It feel like World War II, but I don't know what that would look like. So if I'm gone soon, it's my goodbye to the good times, or maybe good lies. Put the same
we got a whole new set of lives.
Feel like World War II, but I don't know what that would look like. So if I'm gone soon, it's my goodbye.
Now you have this. It's amazing. 5 years.
Jesus. Praise God. Amen, amen. It's a call, baby. Hey. Yeah. If we talking plays, yeah, I'm in there like swimwear. I've been there. I've done this shit for 10 years. You could have it all, but you been scared. Big scare. Funny part, there wasn't even risk there. My thoughts been my own, yeah, I've been clear. No fear. Oh dear, who you trying to control here? My God is the weapon, I ain't boasting. Nah, it's done. Daddy said it's finished. Made me in his image, but that always made me timid. Wonder why we different, don't you ever get it twisted. It's the only way we get it. Set apart from the start, and the heart isn't ours. It's a hippie with the love, but it's David with the sword. I want peace, so that means you gon' kill me if it's war. Nietzsche, Trotsky, can't beach on the ark. Want it easy or hard, want a genie or a god. Then believe me, lil' bro, you a child, you a son of the highest in the bud. Don't deny it, we don't like it when they tell us who we are. I can tell you who I was, I can tell you who he is. I can make another song that's telling y'all about the crib. But for a second, keep it real, it's not the reason they will kill. It's the freedom in believing they want that to bring the will. But I'd rather have it now, and I ain't never backing down. Lion gonna eat me or turn his ass around. Either way, I will remain up in his name and say a prayer. Here, let's say it now. Jesus. I put Jesus on the beat so I can listen to it. I got reason to believe that we living in it. You could say it's one hell of a decision in it. Ay, if we talking plays, yeah, I'm in there like swimwear. I've been there, I've done this shit for 10 years. You could have it all, but you been scared, big scare. Funny part, there wasn't even risk there. My thoughts been my own, yeah, I've been clear, no fear. Oh dear, who you try to control here? My God is the weapon, I ain't boasting.
I don't know why, bro. I pay for Uncle's songs with my hairline. Because I agree. I feel like Uncle's songs have gotten better and better. And then for some reason, I have less and less hair. So, like, the better Uncle gets, the more I look like him. And I don't know why. This is bullshit. And then you're like, oh, are you Uncle? I'm like, I think legal is Uncle. There's a rackle. So, 101 EPS, adjusted 147. Net was 298. And then first quarter revenue, 14.93. I still think there is more generational wealth in GameStop. I don't know why I would even be looking at Oracle. You tell me. AI or used video games? Better get your fucking priorities straight, motherfucker. Try to make some money? Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. So, let me see. I think that sucks if it wasn't like a crazy one. That one will cuck easily, but they're like at all-time highs. Them and Adobe are just inverted. Where is it? Oh, they missed. Yeah, dude. Revenue was 15 billion. It implies 13% guidance, but they did 14.93. So they missed a little bit. First quarter cloud 7.198. I think they beat on that. EPS slight miss. I think it's the guidance because this quarter they didn't do too hot. Where does Q2? It's in here. I'm scrolling through it. Yeah, their guidance isn't bad though. It has to be the guidance because the stock would be getting killed right now. Because their current quarter, they like slightly missed. But it's running on something. They will hold a conference. The board declare a quarterly dividend, 0.5. Multi-cloud revenue, Microsoft, Google. Oh, didn't they do $1 billion contract with somebody? They had something about that was it with Elon or XAI? Remember they did something there. Total remaining performance obligations up to $455 billion. I don't have the estimate on that. Well, yeah, it's something in the guide, but I also think they're going to give more on the call. Well, yeah, they're killing it. All right, my friends.
I'm just tryna teach some, so let me teach. I'm just tryna eat some, so let me eat. I woke up in beast mode, they still asleep. Told them hit they free throws, they back on D. I can hold the L, bro, that's on me. Told them take the game slow, keep the peace. Looking at the table, my enemies don't know where I came from. I'm like E.T. running. Money ain't the motive, but it sure is motivating. You ain't a hoe with love complaining and the celebrating. You sell a home, you know I'd love to have a conversation. We was buying cribs before you knew about inflation. You ain't gotta give me credit, boy, the banks give me a lot of that. I meant it when I said it, we gon' take it all and give it back. I learned a couple lessons, the wisdom that came from all the bad. I learned the repetitions, I put that shit on my dad. My money ain't getting lag, I wanted, could get it now, but I cannot force the hand. I buy that shit when it's there, your homie just look around. We did it, I say a prayer, we bit that shit from the ground. In the foundation they saying, y'all ain't feel it though. Nah, but we ain't need them though. I ain't being cocky, I just won't look in the mirror, bro. Doing more than talking, boy, the empire empirical. Every time I sound a dotted, boy, it still feel like a miracle. I'm just trying to teach some, so let me speak. I'm just trying to eat some, so let me eat. I woke up in beast mode, they still asleep. Told them hit their free throws, and back on D. I can hold the L, bro, that's on me. Told them take the game slow, keep the peace. Looking at the table, my enemies don't know where I came from. I'm like E.T. running. Market's gonna crash, but I could kick another lesson. Till the curve uninverted and I don't talk recession. Till the dollar is stronger, then I ain't really stressing. But the fact it won't crash it until the Fed admitted 15 on 50, boy, the kid already seen this shit. Only way to get tricked off bullshit is to believe in it. 2022, like 92, you should go read this shit. Japan and how they move might really make you think they lead this shit. Inflation, hot money, boy, it sound like today. I'm not playing, it ain't funny, even the fix was raised race. Both the problem and solution started with a central bank. Call it what you want, but that one cost a decade.
Yeah, that remember that Oracle $500 billion. That and then operating income beat. They did good on that. And then that's why Nvidia CapEx. So, ta-da! Chadadonia. God bless you. God bless America and the veterans. Thank you for your time today. I hope you enjoyed it. But it's time to depart. We must depart, my friends. So, I'll see you tonight at the watch list. I don't know, though. I don't think I'm going to do a watch list. You guys need time to watch yesterday's. I don't want to overload you with data. You know, I think I might have more for today. I mean, but really it is going to be about yesterday. So I'd watch yesterday's watch list. If I do a watch list today, I'll try to make it not about yesterday. But I do think yesterday's watch list is extremely important. So I would give it some time, and I'd watch it, baby. But if you're not going to watch it, you should go to the gym, because that's what I'm going to do. So I love you all. God bless you. Have a wonderful evening, and go read the Bible by yourself, on your own, without Josh, without anybody. Close the door behind you. Don't let anybody know. Don't tell them I read the Bible. Just go do it. Just go and seek the Lord. Okay? If the Father was blind, would you still get the blessing? Would he still know it was you? I'll leave you with that. Finger to the sky, baby. To God be the glory, and through the grace of God alone. Amen. Amen. Charitonia. Have a wonderful day. Peace.
How was you? Ready, rackle. 15% is snap, crackle, and pop. Cup-a-tup-a-ta. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Hunter!
Hunter, what are you? Howard! Howard versus Hunter. We should make them box. I bet you they're both killer at PowerPoints, you know? When I think about it, I bet you Hunter versus Howard. PowerPoint. I'd call it a pee-pee off, but Hunter might take that a little different. Gotta go. Bye. Bye.